Oh, hey Reese, what's going on today? Hi, how you going? It is, of course, me, Reese T. O'Leary of perpelFLAME and Company, that's right. perpelFLAME. I hope you're all doing fabulous and well. How are you? It is, of course, Tuesday, and you're joining me here for Tell Me About It Tuesday. And on today's episode, we've got a really interesting one, I think. It's all about energy. Now, this can be looked at from so many different angles when you're speaking about energy. I mean, we can talk about electricity, we can talk about atoms and, you know, neurons and all these sorts. I know I'm vastly speaking of so many different areas of energy, but today, what I actually do want to speak on, though, is more about personal energy, right? And energy that derives from us, the individual. So let's get cranking, because you've only got me here for another 9 minutes or so. And don't forget that anything I talk to you about in these videos isn't gospel, nor is it up to me to tell you everything about that, right? I want you to always be the teacher in your own world, meaning it's up to you to find out as much as you can. Maybe you can come back and teach me something too, right? I'd love that. I always love learning more, and if I'm wrong, correct me, right? I love it. I really do. I appreciate it, in fact. So let's get cranking. So, energy. When did I first learn about energy and the power of personal energy, and specifically my own personal energy? So, I guess you could say when I first was a child, I first became aware of energy, of people, of myself, of other people, of animals, of plants, the world around. Now, when it comes to personal energy, we can look at so many different aspects of even our personal energies. But let me give you this to begin. When you walk into a room, what is usually the first thing you notice? It's energy. You will first notice the energy of those who you are in the presence of, right? I mean, think about going to a party. I just had a memory pop in my head as I said that. Think about going to a party, right? As soon as you walk in, there's always that individual, and you look over in whatever direction they're at, and you go, whoa, they've got a lot of energy, right? Or you walk into a room, any room, the workplace, whoa, they've got a lot of energy. But it also works in reverse. So what I mean by that is, you could walk into a room or the party and go, ooh, what's wrong with their energy? Why is their energy so low? Now, over the years, I've been told I've got very big energy. I have the ability now, as an adult, to be able to project my energy. And when we look in this aspect of the conversation, we turn to things like the toroidal field that exists within us. We have a magnetic frequency, in fact, that surrounds us, and that magnetism is derived from what goes on within our bodies, right? The electricity that runs through our body, right? We have electricity that runs in our body, and we also have crystalline within our body as well, which acts as a frequency, or a conductor rather, for this energy. And this is what gives us the ability to project our energy, right? Random side note on the topic of pointing fingers, right? Pointing fingers. What is it that we always know that is, when you get upset or you get angry, what happens? You point. I'm pointing at you. I'm pointing at you, aren't I? What happens? We're directing our energy, right? So, energy is a really interesting topic when it comes to individuals. I don't know if you've ever heard of aura, or the aura, the energetic field that runs around our body that is not visible to the human eye, right? But it is capturable or captured by different technologies or devices. Some people may have even had an aura reading conducted in which you can see different colors, different colors surrounding the body. These things all belong on the same spectrum of energy that we are talking about now, or that we're discussing. Where are we going to go with energy? There's so many different directions we can go. Directions, energy, get it? But there are so many different directions we can head with energy, but I'm just trying to think what is most pertinent for you to know in this short time that we are together today. I guess that is the fact that you have control over your energy, whether you realize that or not. The way in which you share your energy. Okay, here's another example. Often in my day-to-day job, when I'm working with others, I often have people tell me, wow, Reese, I don't know what you just did, but you made my energy lighter. You made me feel better, right? We generally attribute denser feelings, so heavier feelings, to a sludgier type of feeling or energy. Again, going back to what I was saying earlier, when you encounter somebody and you can recognize that their energy is low, we say low, we say your energy's low. What's with your energy? It's so low. Let's raise it back up. I have over the years used my intuition to be able to recognize within others and kind of scan others on a really deep level to understand not only why their energy is the way it is, but also how I can assist that person to be able to change or shift that energy. And it is a common topic or a common point of discussion that I talk to people about is, you got to shift that energy. Even myself, on a regular basis. I experience heightened emotions all the time. Got to shift that energy, Reese. And in fact, we've spoken about in other videos things like grounding, grandmother water spirit, all these different mechanisms and tools and aspects in which we can shift energy with. The world around us is both a beacon and a receptor for our energy, but also it is a tool for us to use to help us with our energy. Gosh, we can go so many different directions with this conversation. It's crazy. 10 minutes really isn't enough, and I promise one day we will get to spend more time discussing these, each and individual topics. There's a lot of things these days in the spiritual community, things like energy healing, we can talk about energetic transference. Have you ever had a discussion with people about energetic vampires? They come along and they take your energy, they suck your energy, and you feel drained. Energy is something that gets talked about so often, but do you really know what it is? Do you really understand it? With all due respect, most people don't. With all due respect, most people simply are conversating about it without even knowing about it. And it is in almost every single conversation that we have. What is one of the first things that you say to someone? How are you? How are you? Right? And what do you think the answer is dependent on? Your energy. Why do you think that question even exists? What is your energetic state of being today? One of the most common things I'll always be telling people is try and bring your energetic state of being to a place of neutrality. We don't want to be too heightened, right? It exerts too much energy. We don't want to be too low. We can't get anything done. but we just want to sit right there in the middle. Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle, right? So think about your energy. Think about energy in general. Not just electricity, not just the things I've mentioned, but think about how it interacts with you and how you interact with it. It's an interesting one. It's a cool one, I think. And it's one that we all need to explore a little bit more. Alrighty, Roo. Thank you so much for joining me for another Tell Me About It Tuesday. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Hit the little bell notification if you want to be notified when we drop one of these videos every single day. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Catch us on the flip side.